Hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Tap Send. Yes, Tap Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store. And when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH. And you get $10 for your first transaction you make. But yeah, Mahama Media, Texas, you drew, huh? Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Abeka Group of Companies and Sammy Flex TV presents September to Remember. And in September to Remember, Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. ATM wakwenya na oni yako Dubai. Na wako shewani su adie. Na fe ya sansu adie ni abo. Na yebeko tour places biti se Desert Safari, Dubai Frame, Atlantics Water Park, Dubai City Tour. Na fe yacht party nsu tietia. Na ya sansu party in the cloud. ATM ayen komani ye mekanchiro. Da be ya September to Remember. Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Na yebasu 24th September. Dikosi 29th September. Annie. Enti for any reservation. Anasen chirichirimu bia. Any fresa huma true forway. 0243 514732. Ana plus 971 559 494061. Proudly sponsored by Sankofa Restaurant, Taste Africa, Ohineba Jemai TV, NFA, Edike Media. September to Remember Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Ebeye kikim.
Everybody check now. Check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. The beat is real, don't wait make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, fa check it, fa check it, fa check it, check it. Green select glucometer, check it, fa check it, check it. Push sugar level, fa check it, check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Well, looks like another argument has taken over the pre-show, and as much as we are not in the football season, people are doing football already. But in fact, I love Messi. I love Messi. For some time, I've been watching some goals that he's been banging in the American Football League, and trust me, I'm loving him. As a matter of fact, when it comes to the Messi and Ronaldo thing, I was not too sure where I was going to be, but for some time, Messi.
but we are in football season.
And which one are you?
Oh, yeah. Messi. Oh, everybody.
Go for it.
League has started. Messi is Messi. It has been Messi from day one. Yes.
Over Ronaldo.
Over any player.
So Messi is the GOAT.
Oh yeah, Messi is the GOAT. In terms of everything, he has achieved everything in football. Now he is the most decorated player in the history of football. Not like
in the history of football.
The history of football. Whether Saudi Arabia, whatever, wherever. 44 trophies. No player, not even Pele or Maradona did it.
Can't come close.
No player. 44. Most decorated. And the others has, I think, 42 trophies.
Wow.
Messi had 40.
So you are Messi.
Oh yes.
Then I'm part of you anytime you are talking Messi.
Yeah.
Kojo, how about you? Where are you?
Oh, I also love Messi, even though I'm a Chelsea supporter, and in fact,
Why Chelsea supporters hate Messi?
of course,
Oh, yeah.
Barcelona hates
Oh yeah, because of
Chelsea.
Barcelona.
So it's like
really?
that.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, Messi.
But because of my love for Messi, when Barcelona is playing any other team, I support Barca. And my colleagues were like, you a Chelsea fan supporting Barcelona, there is it's unheard of. But Messi is incredible, and you can't just hate that guy. He makes football beautiful. He is the talented guy. Ronaldo is a hard worker. He's a hard-working player, but Messi is gifted. So when he's playing football, you can see even the magic he's doing in the Major League Soccer as compared to what Ronaldo is doing over there. And now the only thing I think is in terms of the all-time goals. Now Ronaldo has 830. 830. Messi has 803. And looking at the rate at which Messi is scoring at the MLS, you can't beat you soon. And everything, almost all the records, Messi can break it.
Well, Ro, how about you? Messi, Ronaldo, where are you?
But I mean, in terms of talent, Messi has talent. In fact, the South Americans. No, when it comes to football, the South Americans are people you don't joke with. Like football talent, the South Americans have it. From Argentina to Brazil to all them places. Like they have it. Mexico, they have it. It is in them. That is why Ronaldinho can even tell you, oh, his best day or his favorite day is Friday. Because when he takes his money, he's going to club. He will go to the club and Saturday he will come and play with you in the same league and score goals. And might even play better than you. So you realize that with them they have the talent. But Ronaldo also knows his stance. Some people are not so gifted with the craft, but they are able to work hard and learn and perfect it, and that is Ronaldo. So in terms of talent, Messi can sleep and wake up and deliver. Ronaldo can sleep, wake up, but would demand certain effort in order for him to deliver. That is the difference. So if you are talking about Ronaldo and Messi, in terms of talent, I'll go for Messi any day.
Well, so we have to start the show now after clearing the off-air debate. I'm sure we can now come to the studio and start our show base from our refurbished studio, sponsored by Professor Ankona Revo. Yeah, make some noise for Prof. Prof and also to I always forget their name. The people who did the carpeting. Let me see. I always forget something green. Papa, I'm coming on. Let me mention them too.
See right now there, if you want to.
True Green Landscape and Deco. True Screen Landscape and Deco. So I think I've said more in a previous video already. You can go check it. And we want to say we appreciate all these beautiful people for supporting Sammy Flex TV, my crew and my staff. You guys have been doing so well, buying tickets for us to travel, supporting us in various means. We really appreciate you guys. So bless you guys. And in case you are watching and you are feeling it, you can also say thanks to Professor Ankona Rebel for us. Then say God bless him as well. Let's continue with the other business of the day. Nana Reagan is here, when the Shades Road manager. Coach O'Keen, he is an artist, a pundit. Roland Amate, digital communicator, Shagzi, and also talent manager as well as event publicist. Already he has been promoting some shows coming up very soon. Lexi's show is called what, Crampo? Campaign.
Too cute to be mute.
Oh yeah, too cute.
And the theme now is campaign.
Campaign message. Yes, I know Roland is on that agenda as well. So very soon, be sharing some free tickets for you. If you be coming to Ghana, or if you are here and you want to watch that show, Sammy Flex TV, I'm going to promise you guys some tickets. So watch out for it. Meanwhile, Digital Rasta Currency, he's on camera. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. My name is Sammy Flex. Thanks to Tap Send for holding us down here on the channel. And some people are still calling for us to do our Dubai tour. It 24th through to 29th September. So you can also call us to be a part of it. Just afternoon, someone called and said, oh, Brasa Messi, can they bet your name of Nintendo? So still bet. So be quick and let's see how best we can make this happen. Now let's move on to what is happening, what is trending, and let's talk about this. Asake at the O2 Arena. So far, so very good. Successful concert, no two ways about that. And everybody is giving him commendation. Everybody is thanking him for doing this for Nigerian music industry. Everybody is actually grateful for the support that he's enjoyed over the years. Interesting, when you come to Ghana, there seems to be some confusion and misunderstanding among our industry folks, and I'm really not getting it. I'm asking, why are we not congratulating him, but we seem to be having issues here and there? So these are some scenes and sights from the concert, O2 Arena, big show, and everybody there really enjoyed it. So far, I've not seen any negative review from anywhere. The entry is even making noise more. That is the helicopter entry. Wow. O2 Arena, they go do anything for them. Serious one, man. And it is beautiful. The numbers, that one, there is no debate, because we even knew about a sold out show before the event even happened, as a matter of fact. And as it stands now, everybody is enjoying the success story. But here in Ghana, there seems to be confusion here and there. Posts from people who are attacking artists attacking media people not ready to take blame, and blah blah blah, boom boom boom. Bro, what is our problem? Whilst we enjoy some of the scenes from there, what is our problem?
Right, I mean, I don't even know what our problem is now. As it stands there, I am even confused as to why some people are crying. I don't understand why some people would want to. Yes, it is everybody's wish to see their family member or their relative achieve things like this. But I am also, for the past few months or so, to me, I feel it is becoming unbecoming. Like anytime somebody achieves something, then it is either it is being used as an insult to another person who is probably a countryman, if I should put it that way, or it is another period for comparison. Yes, we know it is a competition. We know this. We are not competing among ourselves. Definitely, we are competing with them. So when they achieve something, there will definitely be that room for comparison, though, or questions as to why we are not achieving it. But when it moves to that level of disrespect, then it goes beyond you, like legitimately or you passionately wishing somebody good. Then it now becomes sort of you just want to downplay the effort or whatever the person has even been able to achieve over the years. And that is where my confusion is. So for Asake, I would say congratulations to him. For our fellow brothers and sisters in this space who are crying or who are using this as a weapon against their fellow industry people, I have one big question to them. What do they want to achieve with that? If you are insulting another artist or a Ghanaian artist because Asake has failed the O2 Arena, I am asking you, what do you intend to achieve with that insult? Are you insulting him for him to go and do the same thing, or you are looking for ways and means, or you see, most of the insults, what pains me is that most of the insults do not come with solutions. They are just empty comparisons. Oh, your brother is doing this, your brother is doing that, why are you not also doing it? Your brother is doing it, why are you not also doing that? But meanwhile, that same person, some of his brothers and sisters are dead. So why don't you tell him to go and die too? You get it? But if your whatever criticisms that you are bringing comes with some form of solution to a problem that you have identified with the person, then I will see that, okay, whatever question that you are asking is coming from a good space, it's coming from a good heart. Because if you are able to identify the person's problem and you think the person has the potential of achieving this, and your criticism come with, oh, I have identified this problem with you, and I believe when you do A, B, C, D, you will be able to achieve this thing that I am wishing for you. Then we are having a fruitful conversation. Then we know that, okay, whatever questions that you are bringing, even though the person might not like it, you are bringing solutions to it. But when it comes as if, oh, your brother is doing this, so you to go and do something, you think it is easy. If it is easy, why don't you yourself, you the commentator, go and do some?
Which of the comments you've seen so far comes with more disappointment to you?
Well, most of the ones that I have seen has to do with most of them are from these supposed fanatics or fans and all that. I am yet to see most of the industry people actually having this conversation are all really darling. Like they want to say things, but they themselves, because they don't have solution to the problem that they are pointing about, they tend to as they are saying, as they are not saying it. So they tend to say the thing, oh, our brothers and sisters, congratulations to our brothers and sisters who are doing this. But then they will mention one old man in this space is doing so and so. Then there's somebody.
But I saw somebody who wrote that one old guy man.
Exactly. And I want to see some of these comments. I will just trash them.
I was disappointed in so many of them.
Yes, I will just trash them, because now it is only commentaries or criticisms with solution that I want to listen to. It is only commentaries with solutions, because if somebody is criticizing you and is able to give you some form of solution, then you know that, oh, okay, the person really means well for me. But if somebody, that is why sometimes the artists they tend to mix most of the pundits like our criticisms in one basket, because I can say that almost half of them do not come with solutions. So the ones that even come with solutions, they can sometimes, because of how painful the one that come without solution comes, they don't pay attention to the one with solutions. Then they tend to mix all of them up. Then they will say, oh, pundits are not, they are just criticizing us. They are not helping the industry. They are not doing this. But meanwhile, on this platform, I know there have been so many conversations even on this platform that have provided solutions to artists. That they have applied some of the solutions that we've said here on this platform, and it has gone well for them. You understand? So criticisms that come with solution is what I am looking at. For those people who tend to use this as a yardstick to whip people or to do this, I prefer, or I will pray to them that moving forward, they should be able to, as they have been able to identify the problems with the individuals they want to insult, they should go ahead, take the pain, and give them solutions to it.
Solid. Kojo, take over from there. Why you also think Nana good.
So what is their problem?
Hey.
What is really their problem? Because I don't get it. The most sensible question to ask will be the WH. When you see something like this happening to an artist, you ask, how did he do it? Why is it possible for some people to do it? And you get to know how, and this will inform you on whether you can also do same or not, but not to sit down and compare. Comparisons is good, but the point is you need to compare like terms. The fact that we are all doing music doesn't mean we are in competition. When you talk about competition, we're all supposed to be on that level. Doesn't just happen. You can't be doing music within a certain circles or a certain standard, and you compare that person to somebody who has been doing it full time, applying all the ethics and the business requirements. No, it is wrong. So that has been what we have been doing. That's what we have been doing all these years. Comparing, the comparison doesn't tally. People are playing football. Can you compare Asante Kotoko to Real Madrid? It doesn't make sense. Competition, when it comes to competition, it doesn't make sense. Some teams that are buying players to the tune of 200 million euros, and the whole Ghana Premier League is 4 million. The sponsorship is $2 million. and you compare. You see, yes, they are all playing football, but they are miles apart from each other. When we talk about competition, the key word here is competition. So some people may be doing music, but they are not competing. Before we can say you are a competitor, you should be on that level. That is why they will compare Real Madrid to Barcelona, because they are in competition. If they are buying players, they all buy. If we are talking about infrastructure, stadium, they all have it. Players, they all have it. Finances, they all have it. So then we can match them at that level of competition. That is why even in that league, there are teams who are always in the bottom, because they are not at competition. And so the problem here is our artists are doing well in other aspects, but when we talk about seeing them up there, a lot of factors beat them to it. In terms of their music crossing over those platforms, we all know some of these artists, their affiliations and the kind of investment they have put in their craft, because they are associated with record labels. In fact, no musician can be on their own and boast that I did it with my own money. Wherever I am now, I did it with my own money. No,
not even the Davidos who had money.
Exactly. They all assigned to record labels. Then when they get to a certain level, now they decide to run their own thing, because by then the label has connected them. They are so popular, they are spread, their music is everywhere. So if they come on their own, they can do it. No artist can boast. Mention anybody, Beyonce, everywhere. They all affiliated to record labels.
Michael Jackson.
Everybody. So here we don't have those major record labels. The artists that they are blaming, Sarkodie 2012 won't beat. If Sarkodie had a record label, all other things being equal, Sarkodie would have been bigger today. More bigger, as in what they are seeing these guys do. And so these people are like, in terms of time,
miles ahead.
Yes, in terms of time, they have a lot of gap, because those times they were doing it all by themselves. You play shows, you get money, you reinvest in your craft. Then other aspects will suffer, because you have to shoot videos, you have to record music, you have to promote yourself. So the small budget, you have to allocate it. At times, you have to get your scale of preference. So it's about moving to other countries. Now you look at the budget and you have a video to shoot. So maybe you decide exactly you and yourself, family, team members, and all of that. So you decide, okay, Charlie, I wish to connect to maybe Spotify or these people to do this thing for me, but the resources I have now I can't. So let me channel it here. So understand the realities. And I always say, if you compare and you don't contrast, you have done no job. Because the fact that we are all musicians contrast what is different from musician B over musician A. Then we will know the differences. And in our space, it's all about scores to settle. We just want to let you feel like you are not doing anything. So we just compare just to look down on you. And that is what we have been doing. But in reality, those comparisons doesn't work. It doesn't make, it makes a little sense. Yes, if any of our artists gets that record label connect and they have that financial power, then we can really compare that, okay, you have all these resources at your disposal, but we are seeing little success. Then we can say, okay, maybe our artists are lazy, they are not doing much, or our kind of songs that we are producing isn't good. But if we do it like this, then we are doing ourselves more disservice than something better. King Promise has a bigger song now. Imagine if he's having that financial backing and they are projecting him on that level. Can you tell me he can compete? He can compete with any other musician. So when we talk about competition, you have to be on that level. Else we might be in the same space, but you are not my competition. Because the kind of investment behind me, the kind of infrastructure, even in terms of management, the level, even the organogram, the organizational structure, when we list it, Charlie, the kind of people you have to go through before even you get me, that is even a huge investment. If you are an artist and you don't have that, you are not my competition. So we should not disturb our people so much And those comments shouldn't come from us.
Okay.
Because it is easier said. Like go there, you have to go on tour. But the things that are involved, unless maybe you have an insight or you get closer to the real musician before you can even also appreciate it better. But if you are far, yes, you have every right to also express your opinion, how you feel.
Wow. Nana, yes. Take over. And I believe you have also seen some of these comments and posts
of course.
Online. What does it also make you feel?
Personally, I don't make big deals out of such commentaries when I come across them, because whether you like it or not, some of these things are not going to stop.
This was one of the highlights.
Yeah, Asake on Olamide.
Some of these things are not going to stop. I think we should be able to differentiate between when people are making, comparison, and then when people are just trolling people. You understand? There are people who just want to wake up and just troll depending others anyhow, because sometimes when they are even writing those commentaries, they don't have any data or any details to say, okay, because of A, B, C, D, you have failed to achieve this and you are doing that. So if you do this, like Roland was talking about solutions, they are just mentioning names because you are also a musician. Sammy Flex is a presenter, so they are mentioning another presenter somewhere to say that, okay, why are they not on the same level? Every individual artist, apart from having his own vision or dream or missions, there are things in our industry that also goes on, that it is not everybody that sees it, or it is not everybody that has first-hand information to it. Don't see things in the industry like that. Like you wake up and you open your wardrobes and you see your clothes in there. Don't see it like that. Things happen for things to happen. So there are some musicians that will want to maybe avoid some things and live their normal music life. There are other people who wants to do the extreme, to achieve certain things, or to leave a name, or to make a mark in the music space. Let's leave them. At the end of the day, it is the individual artist that can tell that he is satisfied or he is not satisfied. If an artist wants to do what Asake is doing now, that guy is not supposed to go and tell that artist that you have to do this at all costs. It should be part of your dream that, okay, I want to achieve this. It is just like football. Ronaldo, I've been saying, the reason why the reason why personally I talk about Ronaldo's failures in the World Cup is the fact that he has opened his own mouth to say World Cup is his ultimate dream as a footballer. That is what he wants to achieve. So on that note, if I want to do best players or good players that have been able to achieve World Cup and those that have failed to achieve winning the World Cup, then I will have a lot of details of data or facts to do such comparison. But I cannot just wake up and then I will just be mentioning anybody and be comparing them because they are all footballers. You understand? So after the trolling and those commentaries, there's nothing you can do, there's nothing I can do. We can only be saying or be giving some of this advice for people to tone down, because at the end of the day, it leaves some of our artists very, very frustrated.
That one I agree.
Yes, it leaves them very, very frustrated because they have plans. So some of them, they have plans. It's not as if they are just sleeping and not doing anything, or they don't know how to get some of these plugs. They are making efforts, but sometimes things are not just clicking the way you want to see it. So if you want to be reasonable enough, you will know how to do these commentaries or do this comparison and all of that. You will not just wake up and go on Facebook or TikTok and then you just be talking anyhow because you think somebody is winning elsewhere. I mean, in the past years, other artists from other places have also won when these artists were not nowhere to be found. Even Ghanaian artists at some point have achieved a lot in the music space or in Africa's music space way back before Nigerians took over. South Africans are doing incredible things, but if you want to compare them like that, yes, then give us like reasonable comparison where it will come back to add up to the artist growth or elevation, not like it is coming to damp the person's spirit or it is coming to kill the person's vibe or give the person bad energy, leave him frustrated and all of it. It will not help anybody.
Okay. Now, still on this, I want us to look at something that is also Nigeria related, and thanks to Stonebwoy's manager, Stonebwoy's PA, Stonebwoy's whatever, because they have not really made it clear. So I'm also being careful how I put it. But at the moment, he is the guy rolling with Stonebwoy. His name is Chief Styles or Chief Styles, one of them. He has posted something on his Insta story, and that has also generated so much conversation in our industry with commentaries here and there. And I would want us to look at that next. I hear Stonebwoy has also responded. I'll be reading that same way. Then we make it part of the discussion here on Sammy Flex TV Showbiz Daily. So he wrote, Chief Styles or Chief Styles wrote, "There is an ongoing silent war against Ghana music, actively spearheaded by some Nigerian gatekeepers." Seriously. There is an ongoing silent war against Ghana music, actively spearheaded by some Nigerian gatekeepers. They don't want to see Ghana anywhere close to the global success of Afrobeat. They don't want to see Ghana anywhere close to the global success of Afrobeat. So this came up. As a matter of fact, when this came up, there were so many people who were not too sure about what really was the problem, until later we got some information that, oh, so it was related to Stonebwoy's appearance at Afro Nation Detroit in America, where Stonebwoy was supposed to be on it, and for some reasons or for whatever reasons, Stonebwoy was not seen on the stage. Now, as it stands now, Stonebwoy has also explained, and I want us to read Stonebwoy's explanation. Then I come back, then we look at what the gentleman has said in perspective to some of the conversations we were having just not long ago. Stonebwoy writes, "Dear beloved fans, unfortunately, there was an unexpected change in our set time at Afro Nation. The new set time posed challenges that impacted my ability to give you the performance you deserve, and performing at my best is of utmost importance to me. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to those of you who made the effort to come and support me. Your dedication and love means the world to me. To make it up to you, I'm committed to finding a way to connect with you and deliver the performance we're looking forward to. Thank you for your understanding, your loyalty, and your continued love. The next stop on the North American tour is Canada. My headline show in Toronto is this Friday. See you. With love and appreciation, Stonebwoy." Beautifully written by Stonebwoy himself. And this was also shared, where if you can see Sunday, August 20th main stage, the video was performing at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. P Square was performing at 7:20 p.m. Coily Ray was performing at 6:05. Masego at 5:20. Franglish at 4:45, Tenny at I'm sure it is 4, Stonebwoy at 3:25, Ebony Riley at 2:05 or something, and Piano People stage. That's the Piano People stage. Major Lazer was performing at Major League DJs was performing at 8 p.m. DBN, Gogo, Libianca, TXE, Mr. Jazik, DJ Mobu at the Smiles. Charlie, I love the way now they've given the Amapiano thing. Hey, Charlie. And I see that with all the concerts they are doing. Like there's Amapiano session. Fuck. Well, so others are saying it is because of this that the manager made that post. What Stonebwoy has put politically right in this particular post that I just read. Behind the scenes, I know he'll be saying it in a way that he likes, but for the public space, politically right posts. And I'm asking, how do we discuss some of these matters? Knowing that, of course, Nigeria also has its own dreams to achieve. We might think, oh, I'm the money, but trust me, they also have some things they're also looking for. And if the man says they are really fighting a silent war with us, what does it mean? Well, Roland has been doing some research on this, so let's start with him so he gives us some insights for us to follow lead as well.
First of all, let me point this out. The recent infusion of piano stage in Afro Nation. Let's not think as if, oh, it is an agenda to promote the whole of Africa. Yes, the base agenda or the base dream of Afro Nation is to promote things in Africa. But you see the inclusion of the piano stage, it did not just come out of the blue or because they feel Amapiano is one of the genres in Africa that is springing up, so they want to support it. No.
Okay.
It is a conscious effort from the originators and the pioneers of Amapiano to make sure they find a stage to infuse their genre to make it successful. When Spotify gave the Afrobeat profiling as some of the wings that made Afrobeat what it is today, stage and performances or events is part of it. And Afro Nation played a major role in the success of Afrobeat as we speak, and is still playing. So the people who owns Amapiano have seen the need to partner because this is business. To them, this is business. To partner and make this very possible. Just like the whole Rwanda nation will sponsor a team, a football team, to visit Rwanda in front of the Ajese. They won't sit down to come and blame the whole world for neglecting the beautiful things in Rwanda. They are making a conscious effort to let
someone to come and see.
Exactly. So you see what Chief is saying? It is true. It is true. It is fact. It is fact. But me, I will not cry. You know why I will not cry? Because nobody is making that conscious effort for the Ghanaian artist. The Nigerians do not owe Ghana anything. They don't owe us anything. Even if we are the ones that taught them how to do music, they don't owe us anything. You see that silent battle that Chief is talking about? It is there. And it is the same way South Africans
So that silent battle is really
It is there. It is the same way South Africans feel about Amapiano. It is the same way Ghanaians feel about high life. When we see another person doing high life who is not a Ghanaian, like individually, we all wish that the people either they give Ghana credit or they do it with a Ghanaian. We all wish that, everybody. So for a Nigerian, also for some Nigerian gatekeepers to try and selfishly gatekeep Afrobeat for only Nigerians, and even to the extent of cutting off some nationals from the glory of Afrobeat, me, I will not fault them. Let's not cry. You see, we will cry because sometimes our fundamentals, the things that are supposed to be right for us, we don't have it. So we will always, when we neglect those things here, than fixing it. When we don't fix it and we neglect, that is when we will go out and be entitled. And you see, the reason why I also not cry is because currently, when things benefit you, you keep quiet.
Your language is different.
Your language is different. When it goes against you, that is when you see, hey, sometimes some of our people who have affiliations with Nigeria sometimes make us feel like Nigeria is against the whole industry. And I like the way Chief put his statement. He said some. So it is not all of them. Because when Stonebwoy, or at a point that everything that Nigerian Connect was going on for Stonebwoy, any stage, any platform that Stonebwoy had in Nigeria was not, he would never, he wouldn't even think, even if he knows that this thing is going on, Stonebwoy will put his statement in a very nice political way, to the extent that he will caress these Nigerians and say, oh, Omo, yes, you guys are doing the best for us. He knows. Everybody knows this. And if you give Ghana this same position, we will do and even do worse. We will do and do worse. So Chief will cry because now it is going against them. But when you ask King Promise now, King Promise terminated success. Let's not kid ourselves. It's not in Ghana.
Are you sure?
Oh, Brasami, the push of King Promise terminated success is not in Ghana. Let's not kid ourselves.
What do you mean by it is not in Ghana? It is Ghana that the whole thing, the whole movement.
He is coming from Ghana, but you see the investment that is going into the terminator push is not from Ghana. Let's not kid ourselves. King Promise has his deep roots in Nigeria and is benefiting. Stonebwoy has roots in Nigeria and is benefiting. We have people. Black Sharif is doing it. Have you seen any of these guys crying? As it stands, none of the plugs or the strings that have been pulled for them is going against them, so they will not cry. They will not cry. Stonebwoy, when he came to do his album listening in this country or his album release party in this country, he told Ghanaians to shut up and stop insulting Nigerians or finding Nigerians as the cause of our problems. He said it and asked even a question that if, okay, now that we are saying Nigeria is our problem, let's take them out of the equation right now. Do we Ghanaians think that we have the energy to hold Afrobeat as it is now? He asked that question and nobody was able to answer, which obviously the answer was no. So now that it is going against him, in fact, I want us to, if they really want us to have this conversation, then they should rather preach. I don't want it to be like, oh, yes, because Nigerians are fighting silent battles with us, so they are the cause of our, they are not the cause of our problems. For somebody to have an upper hand in you, the Bible says, a strong man do not go into somebody's house and defeat the whole house if they have not defeated the strongest man in that house. So we should note that the basis of that problem that we are crying about Nigeria now is Ghana. It's Ghana. Because our machineries are not working, our ecosystem is broken. We can't even attract top investors in this country, and that plays the major role in terms of music promotion. If we want to see this piano that has been plugged into Afro Nation, it is money. Do we have that funding? Do we have that funding? How many Ghanaian artists can say that they are taking $500,000, not even $1 million, $500,000 from their own pocket to promote a single? How many? We can't. We can't. We don't have. And attracting major funding into the space is the major problem. Now, because our ecosystem is broken, we don't have that traction. Yes, our people are doing excellent. Our people are forcing. They are working hard. But you see that particular barrier, if we can't break it, it will be very difficult. And our people will rely on quote and unquote Nigerians to give them this lot.
The benevolence of
Nigerians. Of Nigerians. And they will also give you what they want to give you. You don't expect a Nigerian to have a good thing or maybe 1.5, and you competing with another Nigerian, he gives you the one and gives the Nigerian half. It will not happen, because if the table is turning, you are put in that same position. You also refer a Ghanaian. You also put a Ghanaian on. So if our people want us to follow them in this cry, they should rather channel that cry into the country and make sure we fix some of the broken things in the ecosystem. That is our problem. If we can't attract, as it stands, I don't know how many of our people or how many of our entities in this country can attract about $5 million investment from outside. How many? If we can't do that, let's limit some of these cry. And you see, Chief, well, sometimes people should also practice what they preach. Because certain things that some of them are quick to go and give to Nigerians, and later when it goes sideways, then they come and cry on us, Ghanaians are not support. That's why sometimes it pains me when artists come, especially on their Ghanaian fans, and tell them, you guys are not doing enough. You guys look at what Nigerian man is doing, look at what they are doing. See, Ghanaian fans should do what again? After elevating you to that level, you expect them to follow you to where? Miami. Or you expect them to follow you to where? Portugal.
To Detroit.
Oh, Brasami. Let's fix our home. when we face our home, when we face our home, some of these cries we will limit it because South Africa is not crying that Nigeria is going. They have plugged Amapia into somewhere. Have we been able to plug something into somewhere? But we are feeling entitled. We are feeling entitled. Afro Nation is going to Lagos and we are crying. Afro Nation, as if Afro Nation is for us. Let's fix our home. When we fix our home, some of these cries will stop. Nigeria is not the cause of our problem.
Wow, beautifully enumerated, and I'm sure I would also have my time on the editorial. I have a lot to say about some of these happenings, of course, peacefully. Nana?
Yes,
Chief, I'm sure he's also a road manager like your position. And when they went to Detroit, they were not given a chance to perform. I was even asking myself, okay, so let's see, this was the problem, 325. We've seen a Black Series performing at another Afro Nation at that afternoon
time.
Just that at that time, people know they there. That's the fact.
But you see, in the artist lineup, there are levels. There are, if you are an event organizer and you are putting artists, depending on your knowledge about the artist and the numbers, there are levels. There are some artists you put them as openers.
Richie, bring that thing again. Let me see something. Let me see the levels.
See the levels they are talking about.
No.
Yes.
So it started from so a certain Ebony Riley was coming right after Ebony Riley. Stonebwoy comes.
Yes. That's how it has been arranged. So the person you see at the top is the headliner on the night.
Yeah, I see. So Stonebwoy is more or less like an opener.
If that's how you want to.
And he didn't want to do.
He didn't want to do stage opening.
He wanted to perform at 9.
Yeah, at least it says. He said the time, the set they gave him. Yeah. He said in the statement that the set they gave him, the time was not good for him.
That's what he's saying.
It
says unfortunately there was an unexpected change in our set time. At Afro
unexpected change.
Yes. Unexpected change.
Okay, so
but even on the flyer, Afro Nation, even on the flyer, they have that demarcation sometimes. The person you see there is the headliner, especially the first 3. They don't change. Those guys are the ones, the creme de la creme that they put at the last end to finish their whole event. So the ones at the down there, you guys can have rotation in terms of performances, but the top 3. So if Stonebwoy says there's an expected change, then I'm sure maybe I'm not sure 4 or 5 for baby. Any action have a 2 3.
Now, if you look, Richie, bring that set again. The set time. I want us to look at it again. But after the Bonnie Riley, Stonebwoy,
Tenny is there.
Well, maybe those guys too are big in the area. The Masego and the Franglish. Maybe those people are big in the area. So, so this is the silence war.
This is the silence war.
Okay, Nana.
Yes.
If you were the road manager and this happened to you on another person's land, on another person's show, on your another person's show, would they have done the same post? Or maybe too, he was on the field. So I'm sure some of these things he might have had some extra detail that we might not even have. Okay. Some actions.
That is what I'm saying, that there could be more to what is in the statement. What if maybe that sudden change also, conflicts with another appointment or something that he has to do, and he has planned the day according to that schedule. That okay, at 5 I'm going to Afro Nation, but 3 I have to be here to do this. He's also on tour, am I lying?
Yeah,
exactly. So he has schedules that he has to meet.
But according to his time, on this day, this is the only gig he has.
Well, that is the statement he is putting out, but it is not everything that the team plans that they will put in a statement. He has something maybe that he cannot put out, that okay, because of this reason, that is why I can't even do it. But this is how politically he can put it out for fans and music lovers to understand and appreciate why he didn't perform. But I want to talk to our people.
Which people?
Ghanaians.
But do this for me before you go ahead. I still want your experience. what manager, PA is saying, what artist is saying. Why do you think it will be like that? Because it looks like the two of them are speaking different languages.
It depends on when the Stonebwoy released the statement.
Today,
What time?
just now in the afternoon.
Just now. So check the time.
And his came like dawn because I've been
exactly.
sleeping.
So like you were saying, maybe they were on the field. Some conversations, went on. He could hear something and it would provoke him like, okay, then let me make this snap post. Let me do this. Let me do that, and then he will put it out.
So it means manager sees differently, artist sees differently.
Of course, no. Sometimes they all see the same way, but when you are coming to present the issue, you cannot present it the same way like that. Yeah, it will differentiate.
Okay.
But I want to talk to Ghanaians. You see,
okay, talk.
I think it's about time we stop expecting things from Nigerians. Nigerians are not into this business to do Ghanaians any charity. They are not into this business to put Ghana up for anything. They will only put Ghana up when they have interest. If there is no interest, they will not do anything for us. So it's about time we admit this reality and start championing things for ourselves. Already, you are following their shadows. Now it is Afrobeat. Who are the poster boys of Afrobeat? Nigerians. You want to be part of the Afrobeat conversation, and what you want them to hand everything over to you, or you want them to put you in front of what they whatever agenda that they have, or whatever dreams that they want to achieve. It won't work like that. They will put you behind them, and any human being will do this. If I have something, if I'm on a journey and you want to be part of the journey, and according to how I person made the microphone to coin, that is how I arrange them. So there's no way you will be you like, oh sorry, and I'm not be front, like you be part of the front. No. Nigerians have a dream. They have a dream that they want to achieve musically. Ghanaians, what kind of dream, what kind of drive do you have globally? What are you doing? I think it's about time we need to start asking ourselves some of these questions than always trying to find blame or trying to find fault with what Nigerians are doing and how they are playing their game. Let us leave them. If Nigerians, if you like compare the time P Squares were doing the R&Bs and the hip hop and what, and they were featuring the Rick Ross and all these people, when Afrobeat was not Afrobeat now. Compare those times to now. Now Nigerians have influence that you see an American artist also trying to do Afrobeats.
Yeah.
If he is doing an album, you will see some elements of Afrobeat into it. That is the influence they have now. That is the power they have now.
True.
Those days when P Squares and the Future Hot Stars and all these people were doing what R&B, they were chasing shadows. They were following people. When they go to America, they were not recognized and appreciated and respected like they are now. Today, what is doing the magic for them is what they have been able to identify, the drive that they have as Nigerians or Nigerian music, and they are carrying it to the world. So anybody that wants to be part of this thing, you have to follow them. You can't come and lead them. So if Ghanaians, if you also want to be out there, if you also want to be appreciated, start something now. Start doing something on your own now, and then some of these things will stop. This person did not allow me to perform. This person did not allow me to do this. This person did not allow me to do what on what platform? To do what on what platform? It is somebody's show. He has a purpose for it. If you have whatever plugs in there and they are trying to give you a slot, it doesn't mean that you come and dictate for their production or whatever thing that they are trying to put out there.
Stonebwoy says a sudden change of set time. That is where I see they will feel it is a ploy by someone to do this, because for instance, maybe if in his plans he knew he was going to perform before Tenny, he was going to perform before he was going to perform after he's going to perform after all these things, and someone comes and says no, you can't perform after Tenny, but you have to perform before him. Don't you think they will feel, yeah, this is someone's plan, because they know that when you perform after Tenny, that's when you're going to get the kind of audience that you want to sell your brand with. But when you perform before, and I'm dashing you something that I really don't need.
And that is exactly why should are you going to blame Nigerians for doing that? Even locally, do you know how these things happen? Sometimes when we are organizing events for our artists and all of that, sometimes you put out artists. Let's say, okay, category A, category B, category C. On the day of the event, you just receive a call, just one call, and then they will tell you, okay, because of this person wants to pass through and do this, so switch this person to 9 a.m. and then let this person do. It happens everywhere.
You do it.
It is their platform. It is their show. So when Nigerians are doing that, like Roland said, if it was a Ghanaian, we would do the same thing.
You do more.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that we should stop even concentrating and expecting this support thing or expecting too much from these Nigerian guys. They are not there for you. They are there for themselves. Find a way to be there for yourself too. Do something for yourself. You to package something and have a platform for it, so that when you are going out there, they know, okay, it is these people and this is what we are also coming out to come and enjoy from them. That is what we should be thinking about. Today, Nigeria didn't do this. Why are we not talking about shows that South Africans are doing out there? Why are we not saying that, okay, a certain South African artist or even Diamond Platinum is doing a certain show and they don't put Ghanaian artists? Why is it like, why? It is because they have been able to achieve something. They have the attention of the world now, and you want to be part of it, and you think they will allow you to enjoy that in the way they Nigerians want to enjoy it. No. And I mean, people feel so bad. Me feel for the answer.
Obey nam kese.
I don't know how can me the never more no answer.
Well, Nana, thank you so much. Kodo?
Yeah, until he makes it a noisy war, I won't see him as a serious person. He said a silent war. How did he even hear that silent war?
But there is silent war.
So he should speak it. He should make it a noisy war.
There is a code.
Exactly, but you can't come and tell us there is a silent war.
So what
how do we know?
No, what he wants to, I want to explain his silent war. His silent war is that they are not making you feel we don't want you. They are making you feel like, okay, you come.
So you are assuming.
No, but something you see that.
Yeah, so silent wars comes in different forms with respect to where it is happening. But if you want to have a conversation, be open. This and that is what they are doing. Then we can fight or we can give a solution. Silent war. What is the silent war? Tell us, this person here did this. He has done this. There's a man here. This was supposed to go to a Ghanaian. This man did that. Then we can find that person. Why you come and tell me there is a silent war? What do you want me to discuss, gentlemen? So we have to stop that. And some of these conversations, we will start giving assumptions and preempting things and doing things. That is not really the main problem. Be straightforward. Be straightforward. Tell us what the reason is. Tell us what happened on the day. Because if you tell me a change in set, it can happen. It happens in every show.
It happened to Shatawale at
it can happen. Last year, wasn't he in Ghana? When he was called to come a certain day
and replace Bernard
because Bernard Boy didn't come. It was in his homeland. Can he say it's a silent war against Ghanaian artists because they want to give a special treatment to Bernard Boy? He understood it as a businessman. And what will be the worry here? The people that booked you, they will pay you, right?
Why didn't you?
They paid, right? Why can't you say?
I can't answer it. If I'm paying you, then this your reason doesn't make sense.
No. You see, the reason why maybe he can't answer is you see the Global Citizen, for example. Some artists said they paid. Other artists who also perform on that same platform say
but
they
the
did
Global
not pay.
Citizen, we know it's a philanthropic event. And Afro Nation is a full-time business
commercial
thing.
Show.
It's a commercial show. So my point is, if you were paid. The worry is your fans know that you perform on a certain time, and that is also for another purpose, as in you introducing yourself to a different audience. So if they change the set and it will not favor you, at that point, it is the organizers that have breached the contract. So if you say it will worry you and hence you can't perform, whatever they paid you or whatever they signed to pay you, you can take it and go. So what you lose out here is that showmanship for you to stand on the stage and perform. That is the only thing that you lose. They can't tell you that because we gave you a different time and you didn't agree, maybe they paid you half and they were supposed to pay the extra, they can't pay. You can sue them. Because according to what report Stonebwoy gave that, this wasn't his set time. It has been changed. And so if you base on this change and you want to insinuate that there is a silent war, I wouldn't hold this match because it happens.
Please, not to cut you. There's something I'm seeing here. So on the Afro Nation US page on Instagram, they made a post 3 days ago, and they gave the set times for each days. 3 days ago, before the day of event. This particular set time that I'm seeing has not been changed, or did not change even on the day of event.
Including Stonebwoy.
So
what was the original set
3:25 p.m.
3 days ago?
Yes, 3 days ago.
Okay, and it's the same thing that
it is the same thing that has been communicated.
Okay, but you see, but you see that he said even there was a change in our set time. It could be maybe the kind of songs maybe they are to perform or other things.
Number of minutes.
Exactly. It could be the cut in minutes, maybe the songs that you have to perform or things that you need to perform. They can tell you this is not there and all of that. Okay. So
I think even if you pay attention to the wording very well.
Yeah, so the new set post challenges that impact
exactly. So it could be that, not necessarily because Stonebwoy opened the stage at Global Citizen.
Yeah.
Before even Jackie. Can you say Jackie is a bigger artist than that? So in some of these cases, you may not pay attention so much to the time you are performing because this is professional. When they put you even at 10 a.m., go and deliver your work and go, because there are reasons to it. Even if you want to go by this list. Now, it was happening in
Detroit,
America. Check the artists. Check the lineup, the bass, how well your song is known in there compared to those artists. So any organizer will do that order. Because if you put you at that peak where probably people are many and that artist comes, will that artist be able to move the crowd? And these are legit concerns. Every proper organizer would do. So it wouldn't be a silent war. If Stonebwoy had a song that you think it is so huge in America, and even that in Detroit. Go to all the digital stores, the numbers prove everywhere on the street the song is a banger over there, and then they are treating him like this. Then you can have a conversation that this song is big per statistics.
So you don't believe there is silent war?
Oh, it's not about believing there is silent war or whatever, but you don't just come and say.
I don't think there is.
No. You don't just come and tell me silent war
without
anything specifically happening.
Oh,
then the silent war is everywhere. Do you think that Nigeria there is no silent war? Nana, even maybe here there is silent war here.
Yes, but
there can be silent war, but if you tell me there is silent war, so I should think and say what? Bring me the details. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying there is no silent war. But at this point where we are,
we don't need
it is business. We don't need that exaggerations and insinuations and that allegations. For all you know, there's no basis. That's what I'm talking about. And that's why I'm going practical.
You know, sometimes even in your job as a pundit, there are some first-hand information that you can have on a topic, but when you sit on the platform, you cannot share them.
Of course.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is that yes, Stonebwoy can be mentioning silent war. He might have details, but he cannot put those details in the statement. Okay. But the reality is that Kojo, you are some of these things are happening in every industry, especially when
in situations you see why
they are political.
You know why it will add up to nothing. It will add up to nothing because in business, some of these sentiments, it doesn't hold water. It is business. And competition comes like that. We are talking about the silent war with Nigeria. Okay, now Nigeria is in business. Nigeria may want every good thing to come to them.
Definitely.
Every business person protect their turf so that nobody can enter in, nobody can steal or be superior over you. Now, we need to identify our real problems as an industry and stop some of these bickerings. It wouldn't help us anywhere, because if Afro Nation is owned by who?
Nigerians.
If I am a Nigerian and I have a choice between Nigerian artists.
Also, don't go far. One James did his event.
You know that they come. I have a choice between Nigerian artists and other artists. And fortunately for me, our artists are gigantic than others. Who, in their right senses, will go for the other artists to make them bigger over his artists. Imagine same case to Ghana. Like our artists are fronting the Afrobeat thing and they are everywhere all over the world. You go and pick South African or Kenyan artists who are now striving for that sport to project them. No. That is why an industry, there should be an integrated growth of the industry. Artists alone shouldn't excel. Event organizers, investors, executive producers need to grow. So, if I am an event organizer and I've been able to establish such a global platform, my people, it will be easy for them to lobby.
Wow.
That is what we need to do, not these insinuations and all of that. If you want to have a conversation, be open and straightforward, so that when we are discussing, we can put we can have a level-headed conversation and know where the right problem is, but not an event organizer coming from having you don't even know their interests, you don't even know their visions, you don't even know what has gone behind the scenes, why certain things are being done, but you just come and put it out there. Is Afro Nation doing charity? They are not doing charity, they are doing business. So every artist there, we suppose has earned it. Not that they are just being favored. For all you know, even if we want to go, they just favor the artists. Also, now there will be a time that they will say, okay, if this is what you are saying, then we are not billing any Ghanaian artists again. And it will be a good decision on their part, because it is business. It is not about emotions or trying to do charity.
Kojo, stay on you. Let me come back to you. You can sip on some water whilst I come back to you. Mr. Drew, Mr. Drew is saying something. And when I saw it, upon discussions I was having with some people, they said, oh, he hasn't said anything. Don't mind him. He knows even that money, he might not even get it. That's why he's saying that to run away from it. Others will say, oh, no, that's a cool thing because, yeah, this might even bridge the kind of anger gap that we have seen between him and his boss lately. What is Mr. Drew saying? Mr. Drew is saying that knowing that there seems to be a rift between him and his former boss, Kiwa of Highly Spiritual, he wants all these things to end in a beautiful way for him. So even because of that, because he wants to feel like there is no problem and that people should think there is no problem, he is giving his portions of his royalty or his part of the royalty that he's supposed to enjoy from Highly Spiritual to the boss. Like, boss, I'm no more with you. There is no problem. Because of that, the little money I even have to come and take from you, I don't need it anymore. Take it, and just stop. Others are saying, this is politically wrong because he knows that the money itself, he might not even get it. So he's just saying something. Others are also saying, oh, Charlie, he's done well. What are you also saying? Richie, I don't know, there is a small video that has been trending. If you have it, we can watch that briefly, same way. And I come back because Kojo is still on the floor. He takes over from there. I should hold on a little bit there. Okay, Kojo. So I believe you might have come across the story, and I think we will watch the video later. What do you have to say on this?
This is not the solution. This is not the solution. You see, giving, of course. Do you think it's about the money? It is not.
Oh, there's no the money to his part.
Yes, but it is not. It is about that mutual understanding, mutual agreement between the two of you, so that you can move on. But in future, we can still connect and run business again. When this thing happened, we all saw some of the we were privy to some of the interviews the artist had and some of the what the manager also had. And you could marry the two and know that no, all is not well. And you see, this problem, you can't blame the artist alone, leaving the investors or the record labels. Most of them started on a wrong note. And so artists also grow up to a certain level, get information about one or two things and decide to make a decision, and there's a problem. Instead of a label accepting that, okay, this is the part that I was wrong, then the artists also accept it. Everybody will feel like they are right. Okay. And it will create a problem for us. And this is what another side of the issue that is affecting our music. People are peeved. People are pained. Too much hatred.
Pained.
People who invested earlier are so pained that they don't want to even have anything to do with anybody again.
In the name of music.
And if you are somebody that you call it, and one thing is because they have experience. Other investors, new investors who want to come in, they are the resource people.
I get it.
They will call you, oh Sammy, I want to establish a radio station. Knowing you as an astute journalist, what do you say? And imagine you are paid by the industry. What do you say?
Pain feedback. I also give a pain feedback.
Feedback. And so if anybody call at the code, call goodies, all them old investors and ask them, Kiwa, I want to invest in art. Imagine, you that watching. Imagine, guess the response that will come. And it is reality. I meet a lot of those investors, and when the conversation they give you, none of them even like the connection to you to connect you or recommend you to somebody without warning you, they won't do. They themselves are not willing to invest in it, but to even recommend you that this is Kojokin, he's a good artist. put him on your show or something, they are not willing to do. And so some of these things affect us. And artists are corporates, investors are also same. We can even expand it to radio presenters, pundits, bloggers. Everybody has something against somebody. And so it's difficult. Now, if you tell Kiwa to take the royalty, I know clearly it's not coming from his heart, the artist. It is out of, to prove that he holds nothing against the boss. But that cannot be done with just words. You see, people are watching, people are following the story, so they know the true
state of
what is happening. So you don't just come out and say things in the open, and that is all. We have seen artists moving out of record labels, and they still have beautiful relationship with their labels. In near future, they can come back. But because a label owner will feel like, okay, I don't want to sign you now. I want to see ABCD before I will put pen on paper. Then ABCD will happen, and artist also feels, Charlie, the rate I want to move, I can't be with you. Then I want to move, then there's a problem. But if we start everything right, and the contract is expired, and artists feel like, okay, I can't move further, and there are better clauses protecting the finances of the label, that okay, then if you want to move, this is your buyout clause and all of that, or this is what I'm getting, even though when the contract has expired. I don't think anybody will be peeved. But because we are doing things the wrong way, it comes to affect us, and we are failing to even accept that we erred in whatever we did. That is why these things are happening, to inform us in our future dealings. And this will not help us. The conversations on the ground, it will not help anybody, because we need, at this point in our industry, we need investors. And the investors come in, the people they are calling, they are discouraging them. Because if they call you, you give a different reason. If you call you channel them to real estate. Oh, open a real estate business, then I will manage it. So you move out of the industry. So I see this guy Kelly always fighting. There are some YouTube curators and all of that. Yes, it is not by accident that a Nigerian work hard to be a YouTube curator. If a Ghanaian also find himself there, he can push the agenda of Ghanaians. Business, there's lobbying. It is part of business. So if you know the person, it makes protocol very easy
to break. Yeah.
So this is not how to solve it. I think the relationship has soiled, and it is high time they accept it and move on, than to prove to the public that all is well. All is not well like that. All is not well.
Well, Ro, continue from there.
That's you see, this is one of our problems as an industry. It is not Nigeria. It is one of our problems as an industry. When we want to solve business problems with feelings, that is our problem. We want to solve business problems with feelings. It's like solving maths with friends in science or any other subject. That's how it is. We are putting square pegs in round holes. You see, our understanding of the music business currently, because that particular thing is broken in many aspects, that is why you see what is coming from Mr. Drew, an artist of his caliber. It is dangerous to our industry. Very dangerous.
What is dangerous about what he said?
As we speak, in current music modern business terms, an artist of Mr. Drew's caliber can stand and open his mouth and say, oh, because he wants to look good in the public's eye, I am giving my royalties and everything to my former label. Like, they should take it. What you say?
What you say?
No, you see, if the royalty system in the country is working, an artist of Mr. Drew's caliber is like can use his royalties to build house, to build mansions. But you see
but
that
the royalty he's talking about is not the one in the country.
Maybe.
He's not talking about Gamro.
No,
Everywhere.
no,
Yes.
no, but
So
what? It's the maker says.
Yes.
YouTube.
Yes.
That's what it
Maker say it is dangerous. It is dangerous because if we solve problems this way, now you see what he is doing or what he just said. It is not coming from a good place. One, that everybody sees. Everybody is seeing beyond what he's saying. It is not coming from a good place. One, and you see the person that he wants to give the thing to. He is not giving it to the person in writing. He's not giving it to the person in writing.
Maybe he's done that.
Wait, he is not giving it to the person in writing. Even if he is doing it, you see the person, the motive behind he building that relationship with you, that is not the end he was expecting. So even if he receives it, he is also not receiving it in a good place. So you see these two people are now industry giants. These people are industry gatekeepers as we speak. And you see what the example Kojo made. If there's supposed to be an investor who is coming and lands on any of these two, it is dangerous for our industry. It is very dangerous for our industry because none of them would have that love to say that, oh, as you are investing in me, I have this Asumesi who can partner. You think the likes of Asake and Rema and all those guys, they are not being approached by all these big labels? They are being approached. But because they understand, they know, Asake knows that, oh, yes, Olamide might not have the money as the Sony Music or the Empire. But if those entities are approaching me, because of the relationship I have with Olamide, I should be able to let them elevate Olamide too. So that tomorrow, if I am not there. But you see, if somebody comes with an investment to Mr. Drew will not recommend Kiwa. So what happens to the next Mr. Drew that Kiwa wants to bring? That is the basics of our problem in this country.
Okay.
In the industry. So you see the conversation. Oh, we can do it. You see, we always use feelings. We always use feelings to solve our problem. We always use sentiments to solve our problem. And until we all decide to take business decisions, you see, Mr. Drew can still continue his plate with Kiwa, and they can sit down and solve the. See, the problem that Drew is trying to solve with his royalties, that solution, that is not the solution to his problem with Kiwa. It is part, but that is not the major solution to that problem he's having with Kiwa. That is not. So if he wants to use that as a point of contact or a solution point, then it is dead on arrival, because he can give even the songs that he's recording today. He can say, oh, because Kiwa made me big, now any song that I record today, I can decide to give him 50%, and he will still have a problem with Kiwa. So me, there, I am just seeing it as talk. Because it is not coming to solve the problem that has been created.
Well, Nana, go for this.
Richie in your video.
Okay, yes. Let's watch the video. I think he made this statement on TV3. Let's watch the video now, Richie.
Working with me for the 5 years. I want to use this platform to thank Highly Spiritual Music, Papa Kiwa, for working with me for the 5 years. It's not been easy, and I want to say thank you to him. And also, I just want to say I'm just grateful. And
no bad blood?
No bad blood. And I'm even leaving my royalties.
Hold on, we'll talk about that royalty conversation. You are leaving your royalties.
Oh yeah. I feel like that should be part of me being grateful and saying, oh, thank you to Highly Spiritual Music. So I leave everything. I leave my share of my royalties to the label. Yeah.
That's interesting. But do you get to perform those songs on platforms when you're called for shows?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, so that was a confirmation of Mr. Drew making this statement on Showbiz 360, which was live on TV3. Yeah, TV3. Yes. Nana?
Mr. Drew has no good intentions.
Headline.
They recommend.
Mr. Drew has no good
He has no
intentions.
good intentions. In fact, the statement he has put out there is a disrespect to Kiwa. If I was Kiwa, I would take serious offense to it. And it's just like having an issue with your former boss, and then you want to. Yes, we all know that whatever issues that you have with Kiwa, there's money conversations in it. But now you see what he is trying to do. He's trying to make people feel like Sikana na Kiwa or and do you know how people can also interpret such comments?
Sorry.
Are we thinking about how maybe the ordinary Ghanaian, like those who are following some of these things, do you know how they can, like right now, let's just imagine that there's a business person, an investor, sitting somewhere watching Mr. Drew on Showbiz 360, and he's making these comments. Like me, I have money.
I have invested.
I can come and invest in an artist.
And
And then later, 5 years later, the artist will come and tell me, oh, you know, like my royalties in the ground, he should take me that channel. And look at the way he was. Look at his body gestures and other things. It is not right. I don't know why this boy continues to add more salt to injuries. Yes, he's a boy. He's a boy.
I say a boy.
Yes, he's a boy.
I say a boy.
I don't know why he's still adding salt to. Like sometimes I don't know why they make such damage and they think this is the best way to, you know, come back to clear their mess or whatever. If he thinks that there's a reason to be remorseful towards Kiwa, this is not the best way to go about it. I'm telling him. I am telling him that this is so wrong. He shouldn't start this conversation at all. He should rather come up with a more matured and a reasonable way to approach him to settle whatever scores he has with him. If Kiwa is pained or bitter, he is not just bitter because of royalties that will come from your streams. How much albums did you make? What is your catalog? Mr. Drew, what is your catalog that you think that you can have royalties coming in that it will be so satisfactory and it will wash away the pain and
they do like 5 songs and
like what is your catalog? What how many years? Like,
I think it will be
like 5
albums.
No, that be albums.
But if one song cries money, for all you know, it is.
That is why I'm saying that Kojo, one revenues from one money cannot be compared to. Sorry, revenue for one song cannot be compared to you know revenues coming in from like somebody who have a catalog like let's say 5 albums, 7 albums.
Like a hit catalog, not just a catalog.
That's what I'm talking. That's the proper thing. That's why I'm asking that. How much is even coming that you think that you can come to say publicly like, oh, made the royalty scratching. I mean, it wasn't a good statement to come from him. He should next time he shouldn't make that statement. He shouldn't repeat this comment anyway. This is an insult. He should come and apologize to Kiwa. Like Kiwa and a comedy no royalties debating Kiwa there.
Okay, let's close with a tweet from Famille. Let's close the show with a tweet from Famille. Richie, let me have the tweet. Let's close the show with a tweet from Famille. Famille is saying something. I think Famille now has been giving writers newspaper, and I'm loving it. I'm actually looking for a session with him very soon. I've told my producer to look for him. Let's have a talk. Famille says, "You people, especially for this app, take agenda. Promote all the value and worth of artists in the country. depress us and frustrate us. And the people he's talking about are the boys on Twitter. Says, you people, especially for this app, take agenda, promote all the value and worth of artists in this country. Depress us and frustrate us. Nana, 2 minutes. Ampa.
If you want to be frustrated, you'll be frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
Managing your mental health is also part of your you being a public person or your artistic whatever.
I see the agenda.
And I make us say
agenda. Sometimes it doesn't want to do.
Agenda. See a crap on Uncle for Baby anymore.
Oh yes.
Because now that Twitter is paying people
for impressions.
They will do the agenda more. So do you know what family has to do now? Family has to come up with ways and means to manage whatever agenda these people are putting out there. He can't do anything about it. It won't stop. He should understand that and try to find a way. Say the evening who say area be one uko hand down or na uko sit down or say akron for or what o macron for ne man be too full. One or two hofu. To one now the razor blaze ne
prison gate.
Why grandmother go pay the to be register to them. What I say, confirming man be too full. One or two hofu. So family and tenants knows okay, if this is what the guys are doing, what can I do as an artist that these things will not get me frustrated? That is one question you should answer. What can I do as an artist that some of the things that they are doing will not get him depressed? Because if Ojeja in Hondia, the depression, and yet Twitter agenda and it can come from all angles. I am sure there are certain frustrations and depression that can come from even his relatives. But he has a way of managing that. He should put up same measures to control and manage what is coming on Twitter.
Okay. Kojo, we are closing in just about some 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's true. What he said is true. It's a fact. And you can ignore it as much as you can, but it will still come to you because you are in a space where it is not only people who think they always want to go and tarnish your image, but there are other good people, well-meaning people who also sees it and get offended. So some of them will be sending it to you on your WhatsApp, on your inbox, calling you to inform you. And so you can ignore, you can stay off, but still you'll get to know. And yes, as a human being, you can't pretend it won't affect you. It will affect you because you are in a position that their level of thinking, yours is far above them because they don't even understand some of the things they say. If you're an artist, you know what you go through in even writing the song and the challenges affecting you. The song is ready and other things that is even preventing you from not going where you want to go, which they don't even know. But they will come and talk about it. So pretend like a rich man, then you put your spectacles and be watching, saying your mind, foolish people. Look at them like that. Because they don't understand whatever they are saying. So Sammy has been a successful artist. He has gone through a lot to be where he is now. And so to just wake up and you see people commenting. And at times, if he remain with ordinary people, it is fine, like ordinary fans. But if at times it gets to the level where you see industry stakeholders getting involved, it becomes that one you can't ignore. Because you know that these people are supposed to understand my situation and my plight. Because some of them, the artists even have conversation with them and they understand what they are facing. Even about fans, they want to have fun, you can easily ignore. But when it gets to that level, to the point that even some of them can even come out for some of our tables for discussion. And some of these things you can't ignore. When you feel it as, hey, Charlie, the thing is getting out of hand, because you see major platforms discussing, and how some even will discuss it. Because when it comes and we tell them that what they are doing is wrong, the artists will also feel comfortable that, okay, at least the media is making sure that they put them to where they belong. But you can see some media presenters who also pick it and support it, even add more fact to it. So what he said is just the fact. But yes, you have to also control. You have to outgrow them and be in that level that you have to stay focused.
Is there any artist who has been able to outgrow these things?
Oh yeah, as I said, it will
because
come.
It gets to all of them.
Exactly, everybody. That's why I said when you get to that level, because if we wake up and you are trending on Twitter for no reason, you can't tell me it won't get you. if you don't go on Twitter, you will see it on Facebook. You will see it on YouTube.
Your friends will even tell you.
Exactly. Those are platforms you use on a daily. Every artist use on a daily, so it will forever get to you. But you can develop that tough mentality and just try to ignore, because it won't stop.
Well, let's close.
So he went on to say, I used to think it's an African problem. Sana is just this country. I want to tell Familia that he's wrong on that score. It is a world problem. It is not only in... I find it funny
now,
when...
Familia comes back to say what? I thought it was a Ghana problem. No. I used to think it is an African problem. Sana is just this country. No, it's not true. It's everywhere.
That takes you out so.
It's everywhere.
Oh yes, that's what I'm saying. Then he maybe the yolk just broke from his eyes, so he's now seeing things like things are now getting to him. Because this is not just this country, like he's saying, or it is not just this country's problem. I can only sympathize with him and encourage him to try and find ways of guarding his mental health, or even if he can't, I think he should adopt Black Sheriff's method. Make sure I do me phone. But Black Sheriff, probably it is working. No, you need
one on answer or do
that. There be at the end of the day, warrant you. No, it will get to you. But I mean, the aftermath of that pains, no, is what will determine what will happen to you. Because a wall now, your way of healing is to come and voice out like Shatawale. It will be a warner, then he will come and voice out and give it to those people. Fine. Somebody like Sakwadi will no Savage reply one time. No, there are others who also go off. Find a way and your straightforward jacket say bar you say no. There are some applied ways that everybody can apply, and it works to some extent. But individually, because Obiani style reacted to Niamentino, I would just encourage Familia to find a way to heal. Because some of these things, in fact, after a crowd and especially on that app. See, you blue nephew, I am black. You see, I be tum. So he should find a way to safeguard his mental health, and even the ones that even get to him in the crowd, he should also find a way to heal. Because there will be ones that will hit you like a big boom within the crowd, a big boom. And if you don't find ways to heal, you will always be in trouble.
One solution is for them to take PR serious. These agenda boys, you can also win some of them to your side.
To push
if
your
you
stuff
think
on.
this person, this business, if you think this person is loud, you can call that person. He will also do your agenda, so that it will also neutralize some of this.
Balance it.
Currency. Look at what someone is saying. Okoro Kingsley. Based on our first video we did, he says, "See you, Sammy. You the use style the show as say you don't add new things for your studio."
Yes, we don't have new things for our studio.
Yes. What style did they use? What style is going to use? They use style to show us you don't add new style for your studio.
And their camera,
I don't know how currency shot it doesn't new style. Well, the star was sponsored by Professor Ankonan Rebel and True Green something
carpet.
Carpet, yeah, True Green carpet.
Hey,
Send you
I'm not too sure of the name.
So you add carpet, yes, so brand.
Yeah, True Green carpet, True Green carpet. They are wonderful people, guys. Trust me, and I want to say thank you to everybody for supporting my team, my crew, my panel members. The love has been so great. We know elsewhere they come with some energy.
Oh yeah.
But our people too show us more love. In fact, keep the love coming and let us receive more love. So God will bless you. Find my side. Special thanks to Digital Rasta, Currency, Richie Flex, the producers of the show, and Roland Amate, to Kojo King, to Reagan, and to you as well for spending quality time with us here. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you all the breakdowns in the editorial. Some will make you angry, but don't mind. My name is Sammy Flex. I'm out of here.